All right, give me just 7 minutes and I'll convince you AI will never replace programmers. I know it sounds bold, but trust me, by the end of this, you and I will be on the same page. First off, I get it. Everyone's talking about AI. It's everywhere. Some people even say AI is coming for our jobs, that it'll be the end of programmers. They're like, AI can write code, it can generate entire applications, we're doomed. And look, I'm not gonna lie, AI is incredible, but here's the thing. Stop listening to those who are making money off of the AI hype and let's do some real thinking here. First things first, let's take a step back and see what AI is actually doing when it generates code. Is it really thinking like a programmer? Is it coming up with original solutions? Or is it just predicting patterns based on mountains of existing code? Spoiler alert, it is the latter. It's simply predicting patterns based on huge amounts of existing code. It doesn't truly understand the logic behind the code, the purpose of the application, or the real-world problems that need solving. It's like a really advanced autocomplete, which is great for suggesting lines of code, but not so great when it comes to critical thinking, problem solving, or making key architectural decisions. Before you jump in with, but AI will improve in the future. Hold on, we'll get to that in a minute. First, let's emphasize this. AI is just predicting patterns from massive amounts of code. And where does that code come from? It comes from the majority of programmers. And I hate to say this, but let's be real, the majority of code out there, it's messy. It's full of bugs, rushed fixes, and let's not even talk about the spaghetti code written under tight deadlines. Now, if AI isn't actually thinking and is just matching patterns based on this imperfect code, have you considered what that means? AI isn't magically generating perfect, well-structured solutions. It's pulling from a pool of human-written code, most of which isn't flawless. Without the guidance of real developers to review, refine, and correct what AI spits out, we're looking at a potential disaster. Imagine AI blindly assembling broken code from different sources. It's like building a house with warped bricks and hoping it won't collapse. So, no, AI isn't replacing programmers. If anything, it's making good programmers more valuable than ever because someone needs to make sure it's not wrecking everything. And this whole "it will improve in the future" argument. Sure, it will, but let's not kid ourselves. AI isn't suddenly going to grow human-like critical thinking, reasoning, or creativity. Like I said, AI is built on predicting patterns, and if it improves, it's just going to get better at predicting patterns. Think about it. AI isn't evolving into a creative genius, it's simply learning how to predict with more accuracy. And here's the catch. The developers are the ones feeding it data. The most it can do is provide you with more precise answers. It'll get faster, more accurate, but still, it's reacting, not thinking. The other point I want to raise is that while AI may be able to generate code, it can't innovate. It can't come up with creative solutions to new problems. And to understand why, let's look at how the tech ecosystem has evolved. The tech world started from basic binary code, zeros and ones, and over time it grew into the incredible advancements we see now. But here's the thing, it didn't happen because of AI. It happened because of people, communities, open source projects, and companies like Google and Facebook pushing the limits with their talented teams. Take the recent TypeScript performance boost as an example. Did AI decide that TypeScript needed a performance upgrade and rewrite it in Golang? Absolutely not. It was a talented architect and a team of developers who made that decision and executed it. Or look at TikTok's new framework, Links. Did AI come up with that? Nope. That happened because the TikTok team worked through their own needs, built it for themselves, and it gradually grew into something bigger, eventually being released as a groundbreaking framework. That's human innovation. Again, all of this happened because of people, companies, and communities. AI doesn't have the drive to create the next big thing or push technology forward. I don't see AI out there competing to make the next big change, like we see between Chrome and Firefox browsers. It's the people behind the tech that make all the difference. I think by now you're starting to say, okay, maybe AI can't replace me, but to further solidify my point, let me add this. Programming is problem solving. It's not just about writing code. It's about breaking down complex issues, understanding systems, and finding the most efficient way to solve a problem. Now, AI can assist with that, but it can't think critically or adapt like humans can. AI doesn't know the context of the problem. A good programmer does. Then there's the human element. Programming isn't just about logic and syntax. It's about people. We're creating products, experiences, and tools for real human beings. The empathy, the understanding of users' needs, the communication, AI doesn't have that. We do. AI can't replace the intuition, the emotional intelligence, the passion that makes a great programmer. And trust me, that's the stuff that sets programmers apart. Here's my final point. AI is here to stay. Sure. But instead of replacing us, it's gonna enhance us. The future of programming isn't AI versus humans. It's AI and humans working together. Imagine a world where AI handles the repetitive, boring tasks like bug fixing or basic code generation, while we focus on the creative, innovative, and critical thinking parts of development. That sounds like a win-win to me. Programmers will be more powerful than ever. In fact, you could even start the next big company with just you and AI. That sounds to me like an exciting future, not a scary one. I think by now you get the point, but if you're still thinking AI is going to replace you, well, maybe it can replace you, not programmers.